So imagine now what it took. Let's think about this for a second. Imagine what it took to preserve the 39 books of the Old Testament and all of those scrolls through all of that persecution, all of that exile, the temple being burned, being taken to Babylon. Imagine the people who said, even if it costs me my life, I am going to preserve the words of these prophets. I'm going to preserve the words of the Torah. I'm going to preserve these writings. These are the people that we owe our lives a debt of gratitude to. And if we don't understand the importance of what scribes like Ezra did in not only copying these books, but preserving them and putting their life on the line to make sure that we got them, where would we be? Does everybody understand? So when people always talk about this, God absolutely preserved his word. All right. So one of the early councils that many people get confused is the Council of Jamnia, all right, which really wasn't even really a council, but located on the southwestern coast of Israel. This city became an important center of influence after Jerusalem fell to the Romans in AD 70. So scholars inaccurately believe that a group of leading Jews formerly called the Sanhedrin, met here to reconfirm the canon of the Old Testament. But what actually was done in this council was to discuss the inspiration of two books, Ecclesiastes and Song of Solomon. So this was not an official church council or anything like that. There was no determination of which books would be considered in the Old Testament. They only met to not to determine, but to recognize and to discuss whether the book of Ecclesiastes and Song of Solomon should be considered inspired texts. Now, anybody want to tell me why those particular books? What do books like Song of Solomon and Esther have in common? Why would they be considered controversial by the Israelites?
They don't mention God.
Yeah. Who said that?
Randy.
Randy, look. You got your name on the refrigerator already. Fall back and let somebody else answer the questions, Elder. All right. All right. No, Randy, you're doing good, man. You did absolutely right. They do not mention the name of God, all right, by name. But we learn still a great deal of revelation about God through those particular books. All right. And that is why they were under discussion in the early church.